It's tournament time for Syracuse men's basketball. Not the NCAA tournament just yet, but the ACC tournament starts this week. Welcome to a web edition of Cuse Countdown, previewing SU's upcoming matchup with Miami alongside Zach Lang and Adam Unger. I'm Drew Carter. Now, Adam, we got to talk about this suit here. If we were to do a tournament between all the colors on Zach's suit, who do you think wins?
How big can the bracket be? Look at this jacket. You get 8 or 9 colors competing in just the jacket. But at the end of the day, the championship has got to be between the blue shirt and the gold tie. I like that, but the jacket, I can live without it.
You know what, Drew? What can I say? Gold is bold. I agree with Adam. We're going with the gold.
I definitely think that makes the championship. We'll see if Syracuse basketball can make the ACC championship, but it all starts with a matchup against Miami in the second round because the Orange gets a bye past the first round on Wednesday. Orange taking on the Hurricanes. Last time they met, Syracuse picked up a nice win in the Carrier Dome. Really the Orange's first quality win of the entire season, moving them to 9-6. It looks pretty comfortable when you check out the final score, but really Miami led for most of the first half, and it was pretty tight down the stretch. Andrew White III, the superstar in this game, as he has been frequently this season. 22 points and 10 rebounds, a nice double-double for the grad transfer. And on Miami's side, Davon Reed, their leading scorer, averaging more than 15 points per game on the season, held to 6 points on 2 of 11 shooting. Nice defense from Syracuse, and the Orange has been playing pretty good defense all season long, as have the Hurricanes if we check out some team stats from this campaign. Miami checking in at 20-10 on the season, Syracuse at 18-13. Guys, what stands out to you from these statistics?
Well, you see, looking at Miami's points per game, they're shooting just above 70 points per game. In an ACC conference that's highly competitive, they need to be scoring more than that. If they want to beat Syracuse in this ACC tournament, they really need to score more than just 70 points.
Zach, they don't need to necessarily be scoring more than that if they're holding their opponents to only 63 points per game. The biggest problem with that for Syracuse is if they're not hitting their shots, Miami's going to be able to stifle whatever else they can create on the offensive side of the floor.
Yeah, guys, points are going to be at a premium in this ACC matchup. Now, Zach, we'll start with you for this one. What's your key to the game for a Syracuse victory?
You know what, Drew? My key to the game is just let the three-pointers fly. You look at the Syracuse team, they have not been able to develop a paint game yet, but they always are able to shoot the three well. You saw in their last game against Georgia Tech, Tyus Battle started the game 3 for 3 from downtown. You saw Andrew White III had a terrific game with 40 points, shot 8 for 9 from 3. You keep shooting from beyond the arc, you keep shooting well. This Syracuse team can really deal Miami a big blow.
You're absolutely right. Shooting is going to be huge for the Orange, but mine is to get out to an early lead. Syracuse has to jump the gun against Miami if they're going to be successful. You look at the Georgia Tech victory from this past weekend. You look at Florida State a little while ago. Jumping out to that early lead really helps the Orange set their own pace throughout the rest of the game, and especially when they're not in the Carrier Dome, they need that in the ACC tournament.
And Adam, you mentioned that big win against Georgia Tech to close out the regular season this past weekend. You think Syracuse stays hot against Miami and picks up another win?
Give me the Orange 75-72. It's going to be a close one, just like every other road win that Syracuse has had. However, we only really have 2 to choose from when you look at NC State and Clemson. So, you know, the Barclays Center, not exactly the Carrier Dome. You know, they've already lost there once, but it's still in the state of New York. It's close enough. I think the Orange can pull this one out.
Yeah, you mentioned, Adam, they did lose at the Barclays Center earlier this season to South Carolina, but I think that's all behind them. That was early in the season. Give me the Orange in this one, 70-60. I think if they can keep shooting the three-point ball as well as they did in their last game, there's no reason why the Orange can't come out on top.
And a victory in the ACC tournament would go a long way for Syracuse's NCAA tournament chances come Selection Sunday, and both our analysts think that Syracuse will get the job done against Miami. For Adam Unger and Zach Lang, I'm Drew Carter saying enjoy the game on Wednesday, and thank you for watching.